All right, let's dive into something that's quietly shaping our entire digital world: intellectual honesty. In this age of just infinite information, it's so easy to get lost. So, how do we find our footing? How do we make sure we're part of the solution and not the problem?
Come on, let's be real for a second. You're scrolling through your feed, you see a headline that just perfectly confirms something you already believe, and bam, you hit that share button. We've all been there, right? It's almost a reflex, but it's a habit we really, really need to talk about.
Okay, so let's break this down. We'll call it the unchecked share. And believe me, it's so much more than just a harmless click. It's a modern habit that has some, well, surprisingly serious consequences.
And these tendencies, they probably look super familiar. I mean, we're all kind of wired to look for stuff that confirms what we already think. It's just human nature, and it means we often end up believing what we want to be true, repeating things we hear, and yeah, sharing those juicy headlines without ever clicking to read the actual story.
But you might be thinking, so what? Does it really matter? I mean, a few mistaken shares here and there, it seems harmless, right? Well, the problem is, when it's not just you, but millions and millions of us are doing it, all those tiny little actions start to add up, and they fuel a much, much bigger problem.
And this is where things start to get really messy. Every single unchecked share, every repeated rumor, it just adds to this tidal wave of confusion. And that confusion, it drives us apart, it creates these deep divisions, and this is the wildest part, it gives us a totally false sense of confidence in ideas that might be completely baseless.
And that right there creates a really dangerous cycle. The confusion leads to division. That division then gets supercharged by this false confidence that, oh yeah, I'm definitely on the right side. It becomes this nasty feedback loop that's incredibly hard to break out of.
Okay, so that sounds pretty bleak, I know. But, and this is a big but, there is a way to break this cycle. There's a powerful counterpoint to all this chaos, and it's a practice that any one of us can start using, like today, right now.
It's called intellectual honesty. Now, don't let the fancy name scare you. This isn't about being the smartest person in the room or about never, ever making a mistake. Nope. It's just an active practice of choosing truth over convenience. It's about prioritizing what's actually true over what just feels good to believe.
So here's what that actually looks like. Instead of that knee-jerk, instinctive share, we just pause. We check the sources. Instead of believing what we like to see, we actively seek the truth, even when it's kind of inconvenient. And instead of just repeating rumors, we make it our mission to build trust and bring some clarity.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. That all sounds great in theory, but how do I actually do it? How do I turn this big idea into, a daily habit?
Well, it actually boils down to 3 pretty simple steps. First one, pause. That's it. Before you share, before you repeat something, just take a beat. Check the source. Second, seek truth. Go looking for what's real, not just what makes you feel good. And third, build trust. Before you say anything, ask yourself this one simple question. Is this going to add clarity, or is it just going to add to the noise? And that last part, that brings us to the real goal here. Because it's not just about cleaning up our own social media feeds. The impact of this is so much bigger.
See, this is why it matters. Intellectual honesty isn't about winning an argument or proving how right you are. It's a team sport, it's a collective project. And every single time one of us chooses to pause and verify, we're helping to build a healthier, more trustworthy world for every single one of us.
This right here, this should be our goal. Just imagine using this as a filter for everything you put out there. Before you hit send on that comment, before you share that story, you just ask yourself, is this building trust? Is this adding clarity?
So, the next time your finger is hovering over that share button, just pause and ask yourself, what is this click about to build? Is it going to build more confusion and more division, or will it help build just a little more trust and a little more clarity? The choice, as always, is yours.